You've been lied to. For your entire life, they've told you to express your feelings. They told you that vulnerability is your greatest strength. They told you to lean into your emotions, to unpack them, to sit with them until they pass. Look around. Look at the modern world. Are we getting stronger? Or are we becoming the most fragile, easily offended, emotionally unstable generation in human history? Stop validating your weakness. Stop wearing your triggers like a badge of honor. Your endless search for emotional validation is exactly what is keeping you trapped in a cycle of anxiety, reactivity, and perpetual victimhood. Every time you let an external event, a thoughtless comment, or a bad day dictate your internal state, you are handing over the keys to your kingdom. You are acting like a puppet, and you're begging the rest of the world to pull the strings. You know exactly how this feels. You wake up with a plan, a sense of purpose. And then, one minor inconvenience hits. A rude email from a boss. A dismissive look from a partner. A sudden change in the schedule. And just like that, you spiral. Your day is ruined. Your chest tightens, your mind races, and you spend the next 6 hours replaying a 3-second interaction, analyzing every detail, drowning in a toxic soup of resentment and anxiety. You tell yourself you're just sensitive. You tell yourself you're an empath. No. You lack self-mastery. You have allowed your emotional immune system to atrophy because you bought into the lie that every feeling you have is sacred and demands attention. The self-help industry loves this. They want you focused inward, endlessly analyzing your trauma, because a fragile person is a profitable person. They sell you coping mechanisms when what you actually need is a cure. You don't need another journaling prompt. You need armor. If you are tired of being pushed around by your own mind, if you are ready to build real resilience, hit subscribe. We don't do toxic positivity here, we do reality. Now, let's talk about the men who actually understood reality. 2,000 years ago, the Stoics didn't have therapists, safe spaces, or trigger warnings. They had war. They had plague. They had exile, betrayal, and executions. And yet, men like Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man on earth, and Epictetus, a man born into slavery, cultivated an inner fortress so impenetrable that nothing external could break them. They were emotionally untouchable. Not because they felt nothing. That is the modern misunderstanding of Stoicism. They weren't robots. They were untouchable because they understood a fundamental truth that you have ignored: you do not control the world, but you possess absolute, terrifying power over your response to it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. The modern world is weak because it focuses entirely on the outside events. It tries to sanitize the world, to force everyone else to act perfectly so that no one gets upset. The Stoic knows this is a fool's errand. You cannot pad the edges of the universe. You must grow callous. Becoming emotionally untouchable requires a complete paradigm shift. It requires you to stop viewing emotional control as a matter of willpower, and start viewing it as a matter of identity. Right now, your identity is entangled with your reactions. I am angry, you say. No, you are experiencing anger. The anger is not you. You must create a gap. A gap between the stimulus, the insult, the failure, the loss, and your response. In that gap, your entire life is decided. The Stoic Protocol relies on 3 core pillars to widen that gap and build your inner fortress. The first is the dichotomy of control. This is the ultimate acid test for every thought that enters your mind. You must brutally categorize everything into 2 buckets: what is up to you, and what is not. Your opinions, your desires, your aversions, your character, these are up to you. Your reputation, your wealth, the economy, what other people think of you, whether the train is late, whether it rains tomorrow, these are not up to you. The reason you are emotionally fragile is that you are investing your limited energy into the second bucket. You are trying to control the uncontrollable, and when you inevitably fail, you break. Epictetus said, "There is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will." When someone insults you, they are giving you a gift. They are offering you an opportunity to practice the dichotomy. Their opinion is out of your control. Your reaction is entirely yours. If you get angry, you have consented to their insult. You have agreed with them. Stop consenting to your own degradation. The second pillar is Amor Fati, the love of fate. The modern mind says, "Why is this happening to me?" The Stoic mind says, "This is happening for me." Do not merely tolerate adversity, embrace it. Devour it. When the obstacle appears, it is not blocking the path, it is the path. The delay, the rejection, the betrayal, these are not interruptions to your life. They are the curriculum. They are the resistance training required to build an unbreakable mind. If your life is easy, you will be weak. Period. You cannot forge steel without fire and hammers. When the fire comes, don't complain about the heat. Be grateful for the forge. The third pillar is the view from above. When you are spiraling, it is because your perspective is microscopically small. You are trapped inside your own head, convinced that your temporary discomfort is a cosmic tragedy. Zoom out. Look at your life from the perspective of the universe. Look at your petty squabbles, your anxieties, your bruised ego. In 100 years, you will be dust. The person who insulted you will be dust. Everyone who remembers either of you will be dust. Does this thought depress you? It shouldn't. It should liberate you. If none of this matters in the grand scheme, why are you letting it ruin your Tuesday? Why are you granting so much power to the insignificant? You are holding on to grievances that have an expiration date. Let them go. This is not about suppressing your emotions. Suppression is like holding a beach ball underwater. Eventually, it explodes to the surface. This is about dismantling the beliefs that cause the negative emotions in the first place. When you truly internalize the dichotomy of control, there is no anger to suppress, because you realize there is nothing to be angry about. When you practice Amor Fati, there is no bitterness, because everything is fuel. This is the Stoic Protocol. It is not a life hack. It is a daily, relentless practice of mental warfare against your own weakness. It requires you to be ruthlessly honest with yourself about where you are seeking comfort instead of growth. It requires you to stop blaming others for your internal state. No one makes you angry. You choose anger. No one makes you sad. You choose sadness. You are the sole architect of your emotional reality. Take responsibility for the design. Stop reacting. Start ruling. Become untouchable.